Welcome back to the Crypto Clown World channel. I'm your host with the honks, Jason Bruce. And we're going to get honking back in today, the 14th of December, 2023. And we're looking at the 7-minute candles for BTC. We're kind of zoomed in here this morning because we did have a little bit of a breakout here. Well, we are bumping into a little bit of resistance right now as well. So we're going to take an idea as to why that might be happening right now. And more than likely, we're running into like a golden pocket or a 786 scenario here. You can see that we have extended up to like where the 786 is at on these fibs. Okay, that's set to log. If we turn that off, we're still pretty much in that no man's land between the 786 and 886. I'm going to turn the log back on. I do prefer to use the log. Some people don't prefer to use that on smaller time frames. I'm going to delete this so we can get a better look at our price action. We are kind of retesting the 21 MA after this breakout on the 7-minute. See a possible retest here, maybe of the top of this pattern and this POC here. We're going to need to hold 42.8, 42.7 area as support in order to not have a larger breakdown here. Thursday going into Friday. We usually have a lot of volatility. Wednesdays is usually an up day, Thursday is usually a down day, and then Friday we see some consolidation and some trickery over the weekends going into Monday. And usually that Monday into Tuesday area is a decent area to enter trades. So there were some signals flashing to me, however, that we were going to get a breakout, and I did post that to the lounge and to the Discord. But right now we are potentially, like I said, running into a little bit of resistance, but we do not have bearish divergence right now, which is a good sign. So we'll flip out to the 15-minute, and we're kind of just retesting this area. It's kind of a breakout area, and maybe this was like a reverse Adam and Eve, where this is the Eve and this was the Adam, right? And we're retesting that breakout area. It'd be real nice to hold that as we progress through the morning here. Let's flip over to the 30-minute candles because we just had a closure there. And if we can build on this 30-minute candle here and get a closure above this area, this 43,270 area, call it, then we'll have some momentum coming back in. Otherwise, we're going to have to come back down here again, like I said, and retest this area at the top of this triangle. So a little discouraging though when I move out to this 30-minute. We do have some bearish divergence where we closed higher over here in the candles, but much lower on the RSI, and being rejected at this overbought area as well is not always a good sign. We did have some hidden bullish at play where we were lower in price action here, higher on the RSI. Higher in price action here as we negotiated a point of control and retested it, but lower on the RSI here. So the hopeful idea is that we would break this overhead bearish resistance, and we are kind of building on that right now. So let's swing out a little bit, see what the hourly pattern is looking like. And we do have this breakout on the hourly right now. Nice bounce on the stochastics. Still potentially showing a little bit of bearish divergence here, and that got rejected back below this overbought area, so that's not always the best sign. Again, this hidden bullish at play, that's showing up on the hourly as well. Okay, let's swing out a little further for Bitcoin, and this update this morning is going to be a little more comprehensive because honestly it's going to be a pivotal point for the market where you can see us coming up to these critical resistances. And we do have to negotiate these areas and flip them back to support if we want to see higher highs or if we're going to see some more rejection. And I do think, I shouldn't say I think, but I do believe there is probability that we're going to see more up move here And I did post a macro update. Make sure that you're checking that out, folks. It's going to be very important for us moving forward to map this stuff out. So take the time to listen to that, and I believe you'll be very rewarded with some of the potential scenarios that are going on. So right now there is actually a larger breakout at play, and we do have targets potentially much higher, up around the $50,000 level, which would be the breakout of this wedge, and we are seeing that breakout right now. Okay, so potentially just seeing some retest of that area, but we are pretty overbought on the 4-hour stochastics. But RSI, no bearish divergence, and we're kind of just trying to negotiate sort of a bit of a consolidative state after breaking out of this 50 level here, after breaking above the 21 MA on this 4-hour. So honestly, all in all, that looks pretty bullish. And again, the measured move of this flagpole here in this kind of breakout area is going to be around like $45,000 area, maybe even close to 46,000, so about 45.7, somewhere in that area. If we break this point of control, that's around 43.9 now. Okay, we swing out to the 12-hour candles because we did just get a closure there 33 minutes ago, and this looks fantastic, folks. This looks great. We've got this scoop on the RSI, the stochastics RSI, where we're seeing this blue above the red and flipped above this area of oversold into an area of neutrality and trying to build strength with this bullish momentum, and RSI above 50 level as well and consolidating. So super important. What we really just need to see, probably the most important thing that we can glean from this here, is that we do have this overhead resistance here from this previous bearish divergence. We see a breakout of that, we're going to see fireworks, folks. We should start to see some of these higher targets come into play, and that is the morning picture for the Bitcoin price action and candles. And honestly, it's looking pretty good, in my opinion. It's looking pretty good. I believe, yep, we do have some nice hidden bullish divergence here going back to this area. So that's been building since actually 26th of November, which 3 weeks now, where we've been building momentum on the 12-hour candles. So these 12-hour candles are really powerful. They'll chop things up between the 4-hour and the daily and beyond. For anything daily or beyond, like I said, check out the macro picture that I just put out. Very interesting. Okay, so let me flip over to Bitcoin dominance, because this is going to be pretty pivotal. Pretty pivotal right now too. Excuse me, folks. I haven't slept yet, but we're cranking out the content. So let's just get it going. BTC dominance is in kind of this falling wedge here, so technically that's like a bullishly biased pattern. However, the stochastics are pointing down on the 4-hour. There is a little bit of bullish divergence, however, so we'll continue to keep an eye on this. Kind of a bit of a cup and handle pattern there, and we could see BTC dominance flag out there and move up to this area. And honestly, I don't see BTC dominance moving higher than about this 59% area. You see here, and more than likely what we saw here, there was a little bit of bearish divergence, right, and that brought us down here, and now we're seeing this bullish divergence that's more than likely going to play out. So we'll have to allow this to play out. And the thing about taking your altcoin positions, even if you were to take them weeks or months ago, or even if you've been taking them now, more than likely you're not going to be able to catch them lower against the US dollar unless there's some sort of a catastrophic event, which is possible, and I did sort of outline a bit of that potentiality in the macro, and there's going to be another video where we'll outline more of that. But if we don't see a catastrophic dip, These are the last days to accumulate altcoins at even anything close to reasonable levels to really get those big gains out of the market. So BTC dominance at an interesting level. May see that breakout from this 55 range all the way up to close to 59 to 60% level. If this breaks down, maybe you have like cat ears, more bearish divergence, and retest 200 daily or 200 weekly around 50% level. Maybe see a pump with altcoins if that does happen. If we look at Ethereum this morning, and I'm going to start chopping here, folks. We're going to get going. We saw this breakout on Ethereum, this falling wedge, sort of a pattern, bit of a triple bottom. And we've had a pretty nice breakout on the 15-minute candle since then. Maybe even a little bit of a head and shoulders. Let's see if we can chop this up here. Yep, there it is. So we're seeing potential breakout and retest of head and shoulders for Ethereum. Be some pretty aggressive price targets there. If we were to see something like that play out, let's just see here, folks. Would take you up pretty close to some of these ranges that I've been looking at before, right around 24.45. So let's outline another smaller price target there. It's 24.45, 24.58, 24.90 before potentially breaking the 2500 area for Ethereum. There's much higher price targets coming in, folks. I'm very sure of it. After what I've been looking at on the macro, there's just such interesting stuff going on. Again, check that video out if you want to learn some stuff about what's going on with our macro picture. So ETH looking pretty good this morning versus the US dollar. Let's see what it's doing versus Bitcoin, and finally got some movement here after this ugly consolidation. God, I was looking at this pattern the last few days and I'm like, man, this is just so ugly here with these wicks and like just this nasty looking consolidation. But when it really comes down to it, if you look at your RSI, this was kind of like a falling wedge or a falling channel, and some potentially bullish bias here as we look at this, and it might actually have, you know, some technical aspect to it where we're possibly seeing a head and shoulders there, or maybe even a little bit more one if we come out here. It's such an ugly pattern once again, but you know, something like that. All right, so we can look at that for ETH BTC, you know, and I'm gonna delete that because you know, it's kind of ugly, but it's certainly there. All right, so I thought we had this diamond, right? But the diamond kind of broke down. I thought we would see an up move from that. We haven't flipped this 200 weekly yet, so we're seeing this consolidation. Kind of looks like the breakout's in progress actually, as we see this price action moving above the 21 MA. So locally we do have this point of control, which is right around 0.05448 Satoshis, and if momentum picks up above that level, we'll gravitate towards this 200 weekly, which is at 0.05591. Let's call it 0.056, folks. Above that, we'll see a lot of momentum come into the market for Ethereum. A quick move up to this 200 daily moving average around 0.06 would likely be in the cards, along with much higher targets. So I do see ETH BTC moving bullishly, and I believe the alts will follow that. We'll take a look at Matic here real quick. We're seeing breakout and retest this flag for Matic right now. I am still holding my Matic long. Unfortunately, I'm seeing a little bit of bearish divergence here this morning, which is telling me maybe I might want to take some profits, but we'll continue to see how this breakout kind of plays out, and if we can kind of retest in this area, come back out, or if I lose this point of control here, I will be closing out my trade and trying to enter lower in, maybe around this 86 or even 84 cent level for Matic. But I do really see higher price targets coming in for Matic. Take a look at the 12-hour. Looks like a little bit of consolidation coming in, but after coming back down and retesting this 21 MA, looks to be established as support and breaking out of possibly like a larger rising wedge here, which was sort of maybe even forming as an outlier within a cup and handle. So if this is a cup and handle scenario for Matic, be looking pretty good here. A possible Adam and Eve double bottom going on here as well. This 12 hours got that scoop for Matic. I'm really liking the way this is looking. Just need to see some consolidation and follow through above this 90 cents level, and I think we'll get it popping. Just want to take a quick look here because I am scalping some Algorand this morning. This is going to look crazy because I am on the 1 minute time frame. I've even been using as low as the 30-second chart. Do have the pro version on TradingView where I can degen this hard now, and I have been scalping pretty good. Doubled up a small position and looking to take it further, so let's go with Algorand this morning. Just flip out to the 1 hour candles. I wanted you to see kind of the picture that I was looking at here because it is kind of brewing, and we'll flip out just a little bit more here. I believe this is what looks to be an ascending triangle, okay, and I am looking for some higher price targets on that, and if I could ride that trade up to 27 cents from here after entering around this area here on the breakout, that was around actually 0.208. I entered with like a 34x leverage, and if this breaks out and moves up to that level, I'll be taking some super nice profits. Even off a small entry, I'll be making hundreds of dollars. So small risk, high reward. And an altcoin that I'm looking at that is breaking out right now is Grok. Grok has been hot. I talked about Grok once before on one of my updates, but this is in the AI space and the meme coin space. It's bleeding over to that narrative. Grok is the Twitter X AI, and it's actually written its own meme coin. You can check out the Avocado Cat. You'll have to do your own research to see how you may potentially have to jump through hoops to get into that one, but people are saying that's going to be like the hot coin coming up, so that's going to be the one that I really try to degen into and potentially get that 200, 500, 1000x. So with that in mind, X is potentially the place to be where Grok is at, and the Avocado Cat. So check that out for yourself, folks. But I am looking for Grok to potentially start making some moves here and make some larger moves as well. I did some great scalps with this coin down around this area here. I recognized this Adam and Eve double bottom with this cup and handle. Played this breakout, took a bunch of profits up here, opened up some smaller bags. I've since added to those, and I've since added to this position as well at the bottom of this falling broadening wedge. And I do believe the Grok is absolutely going to rock here to some of these higher price targets. Looking like around 6 cents, okay, and with this thing right now sitting at around 1.3 cents, that's a nice move from there, about a 4x, and some potentially higher price targets from there. So I'm gonna wrap it up with that. Just bounce back real quick to the BTC picture, and we're starting to get that scoop on the 7-minute, folks, bouncing off the 21 MA. Things are looking great this morning. I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna let you all bounce as well. If you could, on your way out, please honk the like button for me, get subscribed to my channel, and make sure that you are selecting the bell for notifications as well, because that's going to bring you these updates in a timely manner in the future. I am Jason Bruce. This is Crypto Clown World. Have yourselves a blessed and fantastic Thursday, folks. I'm out of here. Take care of yourselves. See you soon.